What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. In today's video, I would like to give you guys some Atlanta Falcons news. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So today in Atlanta Falcons news, the Atlanta Falcons have traded with the Seattle Seahawks a 7th round pick to the Seahawks for offensive tackle Michael Jerrell. Michael Jerrell was drafted in 2024 by the Seahawks out of Findlay University. He goes about 6'5", 310 pounds. Is a guy coming out of college that was considered a project type player, not completely polished, but what was one of those guys that had a lot of upside and played really well in college, but they thought it was some things that he needed to work on when he came into the league. Now, he is like a swing tackle. For the Seahawks last year, he was a depth piece for them. He did start 3 games for the Seahawks last year and played really well in those particular games. So this does help our Atlanta Falcons team as far as finding depth, being that we lost Caleb McGarry for a significant amount of time due to that knee injury. Bringing in Michael Jerrell, this is just one piece to add to this depth as far as this offensive line unit. I'm not sure if he'll be the starter. I think he'll be brought in to compete and kind of gel with the guys that we already have. As I mentioned in my last video yesterday, I believe that Elijah Wilkinson will get the start in week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, unless the Falcons go out and make a move once the 53-man roster is solidified. Maybe they pick up one of these other tackles that's currently on the market, because there were a lot of tackles today that has been released that have a lot of NFL experience, guys that have more experience than a Michael Jerrell. But I'm very interested to see what Michael Jerrell can bring to the table, because as I mentioned in my previous video, we have one of the best offensive line coaches in the game in Dwayne Ledford. So he may be able to get the best out of Michael Jerrell and turn him into one of the better tackles in the game, as far as being a backup that can become a starter, similar to what we saw with guys like Drew Dahlman, similar to what we saw in guys like Ryan Newsel end up developing into a starter caliber type offensive lineman. So maybe Michael Jerrell is one of those guys that can eventually develop and possibly be a starter in the future. But one thing about Michael Jerrell, that when I looked at his background and things of that nature, they did say that he's a former basketball player. So he's very athletic, for his size. He can move and things of that nature. And we know for our Atlanta Falcons, being that we have that zone running scheme, we like guys that are quick, that can move, that can go out, go out on those screen plays and things of that nature, get out in front of the running backs, get out in front of wide receivers and things of that nature, and block down the field. And he's one of those guys that can move and do those things with his athleticism. So very intrigued to see what he can bring to the table for this Falcons team. But I expect more moves to be made by this Atlanta Falcons team due to what I've seen today. What's out there, on the open market. I really feel like the Falcons will have an opportunity to bring in maybe a more polished right tackle, or a guy that can come in and offer a little bit more, possibly be a starting caliber type player. So with that being said, I have a lot more content coming for you guys. If you enjoy my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.